Footsteps. Then breathing. Yours. Ragged. Controlled. The kind of breath you take when you're trying not to be heard. Darkness surrounds you. The air is cold. That smell and tang of salt hanging in the air. Somewhere below you, water moves against wood. Slow, patient, lapping against a hull. A ship at anchor in the dark. You're running. Not sprinting. You know better than that. Sprinting gets you heard. This is that low, fast, silent kind of running. The kind you've done before. Your hand instinctively finds something on your person. You don't have to think about it. It's that muscle memory, not a conscious choice. Velen, what is the last thing you grab before you go?
So the last thing I grab is a necklace. It is a silver necklace with these like angel wings on it, but it's got a vial inside of what looks like ruby liquid. Not blood. It's definitely not blood, but it looks... You know, it glints. Maybe it looks a little bit out of place on him.
It's in your hand now, and there's no time to really think about why it's in your hand. Behind you, distant, carried along by the wind, a voice calls out. A name. Not yours, or at least not the one you go by now. You don't even stop to wonder if they mean you, because you already know. You keep moving. The darkness swallows that voice. The water continues to move against the hull. And then somewhere between one breath and the next, you close your eyes. As you open them, you look out onto a mountain range. 4 other individuals walking with you now in the light rain of late morning. What this memory means, what we will find on this journey, well, that we will find out on this episode of Malt and Magic Campaign 3. Heyo!
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Campaign 3, Arc 1, Episode 2. Trying something a little bit different there, so hopefully that worked. Let's run down our lineup very quickly. We'll then do a quick recap, and we'll get straight into it, shall we?
Yes.
Very good. I am Matt. I am your game master for this, and hopefully the majority of Campaign 3.
That's ominous. Hello, I am Dave, and I am playing Velen Darkmere, a human rogue. And I wonder what he's lost. Or not lost.
Oh, Danny, you're on mute.
Danny.
What a bell end. I was actually giving you a compliment. I was saying, you need to roll your R's all the time, Dave. That sounded glorious. That should be Velen's thing. Hello.
Okay.
After letting everyone down initially with my mute faux pas, I am Danny and I'll be playing Victory, everyone's well, he's not everyone's favourite. He's not maybe a good first impressions, is he? But he's an Orc Ranger for his troubles.
I'm Steve. I am playing Lygas, who I think it's fair to say is making really positive impressions on everyone he meets.
I am Bodhi, and I'm playing Archibald Layden. Man, what a whirlwind it's been so far.
Only one episode in and already a whirlwind. So yes, for anybody that did join us last week, of course, we launched our campaign to meet 4 Drishya, or initiates, as they would be called in the common tongue of the Monster Hunter Guild Satya Mariga, with all 4 of our new adventurers finding themselves eventually in Deepholm, home to the oldest chapter house of Satya Mariga. After some brief introductions and getting the lay of the land within this chapter house or guild house, eventually you were all brought before a contract warden, an elven individual. And they explained more about the hunt that you have all been gathered to conduct, also known as a calming. You are to hunt a wyvern that has been plaguing the local villages, the local farms, and you are to deal with it. You are to calm it, which is the term Satya Mariga uses for a kill. You are then to claim what is necessary from it and bring it back. You will be rewarded for such endeavours. Now, originally thinking you were going to have to go out of this, or go out and achieve this just by yourselves as a group of 4 Drishya, you then found out towards the end that you would be accompanied by Vadia Grukk Tionson, a 2nd rank hunter within Satya Mariga. There was a lot that happened last week with some weird Turkish bathhouse type scenes between Archibald and Velen, some bed making, some bed extensions, some drinking, some feasting, but also a great blessing. Also a brief encounter with a quartermaster where you discovered a few practices within Satya Mariga, shall we say. Ways of getting more than you originally thought. But we ended with the blessing of the hunt. At the Yajna Stal, the shrine attached to all Satya Mariga guild houses or chapter houses, where I actually got their name wrong last week. It is Dagna Stonebrow, not Dragna Stonebrow. Totally cocked that one up. But yes, they blessed your calming and called you to make an oath to Satya Mariga, which most of you did willingly. One of you, maybe not so much. And then you set out on your hunt. So, my friends, we find ourselves away from Deepholm now. Been travelling for maybe 2 hours. If you look back, you can still just about see the topmost parapet of the walls that surround the small city, large town of Deepholm. It is still early spring. Around you, there is cold, clear, old snow underfoot in more shaded ground. A light rain, a drizzle, is falling right now as you continue to place one foot in front of the other, heading north along the Iron Spine mountain range towards a farm known as Crookback Farm. So, I ask you, what are we doing in this moment?
I think Victor would like to think of himself as the navigator, because back home he was adept at the forest. His survival skills are pretty good. He's a bit of a Bear Grylls type. So in his head, he would be trying to lead the party from the map to this farm that they need to get to question. Teaching, and I'd like to think I'm teaching Archibald how to track and navigate. So I assume he doesn't know, even though he probably might. But
Okay.
I think.
So, what are you specifically conversing with? Go on, Archibald. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say. I think what's interesting about Archie is he's not like great at tracking anything or anything like that at all. However, what you would notice that is quite obscure about him is he's seems to be knowledgeable about the like foliage, the flora and fauna kind of the area. If we come past anything on these like mountains, anything that might be edible or things like that, he does have some survival skills from his time traveling between places. Because on the road he's needed to look after himself, but that doesn't mean he's good at finding the correct direction. So I'd say like every now and then he's like grabbing some stuff and like while we're talking, like maybe handing you something and being like, oh, put this in your pack, we can eat this kind of thing.
Oh, make me a survival check, please.
Yes, I like mushrooms.
Poison berries.
Here we go.
See how well Archibald can spot these sorts of things.
With a 19 on the die,
Nice.
plus 5 from my survival.
Oh-ho.
That's a 24.
24, yeah. This is, dare I say it, one of the rare things where Archibald feels not comfortable with, but relatively at ease with. Sort of looking around, and Archibald's had to survive.
Yeah.
He knows
Exactly.
quite clearly what is safe to eat, avoids anything that he is slightly skeptical about. You managed to collect a number of berries, mushrooms, and various little bits. I'm also going to say with that you've heard of certain herbs or fauna that can be used as part of herbalism kits, and you pull a couple of those up and go.
I was about to say, I would probably be trying to assist Victor after him taking the herbalist kit, being like, what's in the kit? And like, if, for example, it has like aloe vera plants for like, burns or things like that, then I'm like, okay, well, we need to get more of those because that's clearly a key item in this kit. Stuff like that. So I'd be trying to keep on the lookout for the stuff that's probably already in the kit, and then anything extra that I think would assist and give us more stuff to use in the herbalism kit.
Fantastic. So you managed to find a few ingredients which, over time, when Victor figured out how to use this, there may be things you can make as part of that.
And I like to think that if I'm showing you a map and you're pointing out, and I'm like, oh, this symbol on this map means bush rows or hedgerows or trees, and you're like, oh yeah, that's those trees over there. They're called insert Latin name of tree. And then that's how we're kind of bonding and teaching each other about map reading and nature and stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
I like
maybe,
it.
Dude, maybe you're marking on the map, like, this stuff is like, I'm like, oh, there's this around us, and you're making notes of, like, what's popular in that area so that we have it for future when we're going through places. We know what we can pick up and certain
And we're also
areas.
almost using them as focal points so we can backtrack in case we don't have a map to get back.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
Hell yeah.
You wait for the
Studious.
wildfire to rip through, and then you won't be able to get any of it.
Yeah. A flock of blackbirds will just come and eat them all, and we're fucked. Assuming we do have a map, I've made the assumption we were given a map.
No, you don't have a map. You're trusting your
notebook.
Viada.
Oh, fuck. I've also assumed I'm leading because I think I know what I'm doing, but there's a superior officer, isn't there? Technically.
Well, Grukk is not necessarily leading, not necessarily guiding. He's kind of letting you lot figure it out a little bit. But every now and again, he just leans in and goes, "We need to angle left, Victor, more north that way, not this way."
Can I check is any of this a test? Are we being tested right now?
Grukk says nothing at all.
I think, Victor, you're doing great if it is a test. You're probably getting an A or a 1. I don't know whether they do letter-based or numerical rankings here, but I'm guessing you're getting the low/high end.
I think it's Roman, so it's I and II and III.
It's an X or an M.
Yeah. It's a picture of a thumb up or a picture of a thumb down because we're orcs. Come on.
Do you think that the The boys in the back of the class are just having a chat about previous places we've been to, Lygus.
Yeah, I think Lygus would definitely be taking this more as a kind of leisurely stroll.
Yeah.
Not taking it overly seriously. He's not interested in the flora or fauna.
Yeah, until we get to anywhere we need to go, this is just a chill and a chat and a hike. So yeah, talking about places probably up and down the coast that Velen's been to, that and all these things, and oh yeah, remember that bar very well. So yeah, would just be chatting with Lygus.
Yeah, very much the same. I think it would be I think Lygus would have sort of one eye on Grukk in a trying to get the measure of him sort of way. And I think probably Velen would pick up kind of almost like deliberately hanging back, not just taking it easy, but kind of deliberately hanging back a little in terms of not really wanting to get involved in the making the decisions of where we go or anything like that. It's just okay, as you said, waiting until there's business to be done, and until then he doesn't really seem to have much intention of doing anything serious. He's kind of like so, Velen boy, when was it exactly that you left Harrowmouth? Must have been 6 months.
Yes, about 6 months. I think that was about right. Yes, travelled inwards, travelled inland. As much as I reminisce about the sea, I did want something new.
Fair enough, yes. I find that you reach a point where credit has been stretched to an extent that's a little unsustainable, and you need maybe to be forgotten for a while.
Well, that's, I guess, one way of putting it. Yes.
Is this you telling us you're on wanted posters, is it, you pen?
We'll have to find out when we get there.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, Lygus would just be the general, quite very amicable, chatting about different places, particularly up and down the southeastern coast, and maybe a little about Alvanor, just across the straits. But yeah, very, very, I said amicable, nonchalant. Definitely not interested in what's going on up front, apart from this. Just trying to get a little bit of a sense of what's Grukk's deal.
Okay, make me an insight check then, please. Lygus, see if you can get a read.
Okay, that's a nat 20 for 23.
Oh,
good.
Casually
just casually dropping that bad boy in.
Very shrewd individual. And as you sort of look at Grukk, sorry, it was Grukk you were trying to get. Yeah, sorry, I have a brain just voided my skull again for the second time in 2 episodes. As you look towards Grukk, you can see there is an air of confidence, but behind that, not massively, but there is also a... I'm going to say this, knowing how you're all going to react, there is a tightness to him.
Nice.
That stick ain't going to be shoved up any further.
Slight sense of trepidation, knowing what you're hunting, at least, or at least that's what you get the impression of. But other than that, even he is quite happy being out in the wilds now. There's a calmness about him as well that you managed to read.
Right. Okay.
Thinking he's being tested now, and Grukk is watching his every move. Victor wants to turn to the group and be like, "Do you think we should strategize on how we kill a wyvern when we find one?"
I look to Grukk and I'm like, I was hoping to be able to do some sort of learning in the background. Is there a like a manual or a guide or like a rookie handbook that we could put in our front pocket, just in case something shoots something at us and it hits the, like in the stories?
That's actually not a bad idea. Do we have any diagrams of the weak points of the wyvern? I know the belly is an obvious one and, damage its wings, but is there anything like that at all? We should have asked for that before we left, shouldn't we?
I
Sorry,
generally
are you
say
asking me or you?
Yes.
friends?
Yeah, Grukk. Yeah. I'm asking you, Grukk.
You're more
handbook?
experienced. Have you come across a wyvern before?
While I may have experience, I must admit, as part of your first carming, I am merely here to guide. I cannot advise in this matter right now.
That means no.
So there's no handbook? Standard issue?
I cannot advise in this matter on this hunt.
He's just here for show at this
helpful,
point.
Yeah.
No.
No, go, Vic, remember, you gotta keep your head on straight. If you talk like that, he might fail you. We've got to be positive.
He will appreciate and respect my boldness.
Wow.
I didn't realize you were losing your hair, Victor.
He's calling me
This is awkward.
like you don't have hair.
He's just jealous because I'm 7 foot and glorious and he's 6'2" and ginger.
7 foot and glorious.
the direction that we are heading, is it straight into farmland, or is it? Are we passing any towns?
No, you are. It's not even farmland right now. You are passing through trees and parts of the mountains now that then reach up further above you. I was going to say like small hillocks, but you're actually in a mountain range right now. So imagine you're walking along a mountain pass of sorts, or through a mountain pass. There are big tall cliffs at certain areas and bits where, should you wish to go that way, you're going to have to climb. But all around you, a significant amount of pine trees, some very coarse grass as well, and there in the shadier, shadowed parts, the remnants of winter's snowfall. That drizzle continues as well. Like it's very much that light rain that soaks you through. So before long, like whatever gear you're wearing, if it's not waterproof of some sort, is slightly soaked through and waves heavy on you.
The best I can tell you lot is stay away from the tail. I'm sure its bite is quite tremendous, and God forbid, I bet those claws are going to be quite difficult for us to get near. So formidable, I'm sure. I'm just going to hope that maybe one or multiple of us, points at Lygus, can distract it and piss it off enough that maybe we get some advantages. Hey,
Yeah,
Archie, if you can get on the back of it, I'm sure you can just... Yes, be fine.
Oh my god! On the back.
Well,
Remember your breathing.
I'm not
Archie,
I'll start rubbing his back for him. Remember your breathing.
its back's about the only place it can't grab you from.
Well,
think-
it's the safest place,
Actually-
Archie.
If we are to deal with this in a practical manner, if I may, it's big and it has claws and teeth. So
Thank you.
avoid getting grabbed.
Like one of my exes.
I may have met her then. Avoid the mouth and the claws in terms of they'll hurt, but you don't want to be picked up. So we should try and find somewhere that's more on our terms with a little shelter.
Yes.
I don't know how bright they are. Maybe we can confuse it.
Do we
I was
need to
just
find a way
really
to
thinking
ground
that
it?
we'd deal with what we found when we got there.
No, we can't.
Vellum,
Winging
you're a
it.
man. You're a man of the ocean, aren't you?
No, we don't want to wing it, Victor. We want to de-wing it.
Excuse the pun, but I mean, we need a plan. We can't just hope for the best when it arrives.
You know, forgive the old pirate saying, but I have a plan. Attack.
Yes.
Oh, we need to get better at this teamwork thing. What about grounding it? A net. Tying it to the ground.
Oh, I remember Annette. Lovely lady.
It's probably stupid, but
I think we should use
Perish
Thunder's
the
bait as well.
thought, Archie.
well, I was when I used to live. Well, that doesn't matter. But if you needed to get out of a bind from someone that's bigger than you, I often found that like a good bit of dust or a finger in the eye would often help my situation greatly. Maybe we could blind it or something so that we can move a little bit more freely.
Certainly imagine that being stabbed in the eye would slow most things down.
Well, I could try and, maybe aim for the eyes. Well, you guys, what was it Velen said? Get the wings or something?
Yeah, now we're
But, like,
talking.
if-
You pepper it from the back. Aim for the wings, aim for the belly, aim for the eyes. We'll try and ground it. Yes, I like this.
Wait, is that a good idea? Is it?
Yes, and I'll slap you on the back in congratulations.
Straight into the mud.
Oh my god! That was. I think I lost a HP. Ow! Oh my god!
You've said it.
Sorry.
I will say in this moment then, as Archibald falls into the mud and sort of grazes his elbow against a stone that comes out. Like, the mud is freezing cold as well, Archie, and it's now stained your boots and your tattered cloak that you wear. Archie, you're the only one that hears something off in the distance.
Guys, I think someone's elderly aunt is dying off in the. I'm not.
Rocks
Sure,
fall,
if
Archie
anyone
dies.
That's the first one dying. It's the only thing else I forgot to do is to find my sound effect for tonight. But fuck it.
Somebody stood on a Lego somewhere.
I assume.
You're all
I assume that's like
bellends.
I assume it's like a almost like lizard like raptor like screech that I hear off.
I was going to say
It's
wolf.
like a shrill. Oh, or
Make
a wolf.
me a nature check, please, Archie.
Considering the promo picture for this week's episode has a wolf on it, I'm assuming it's not a pterodactyl.
Shut up.
Oh, okay,
See,
we're doing
Danny,
all
I'd
right, we're doing
forgotten
all
about that.
right. That's an 18.
An 18. Yeah, it does sound very wolf-like.
I'm probably just gonna like check over my shoulders. If I just heard it, I'll be like, "We're in nature. Like, there's gonna be noise. Like, I can't I think in Archie's head, he's like, "Shut up! Stop being a scaredy cat. It's just a wolf off in the distance. We're literally in nature. Why are you?" And like, just trying to like, I imagine he's reaching down as his left hand kind of begins like tremoring. And he's kind of like gripping his like wrist and trying to like calm his own tremors a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry for knocking you over, Archie, and I'm trying to brush the mud off him.
It's all good. You totally like. I deserved it. I was being stupid.
No, I congratulated you for a good idea. I just got overzealous.
No, I meant like me falling over. I should have just taken it. Lycus probably would have just caught your hand or something.
You do have shit legs and a terrible sense of zero gravity. Center of gravity. Yes.
Yeah, you're so right. I mean, I've been trying to do those leg exercises, the squats, and everything. So I'm gonna do those tonight before bed again. I did them this morning, and I think I can get another set in.
Lycus just looks at Velen with this, like, okey kind of expression. Like, you see what I've been travelling with for weeks now, kind of look.
Do I notice the hand tremor? I have passive perception of 14, but I can roll if I need to.
I'm going to need an active perception of that, and thank you, Dave. Active perception
noise
check,
really
please.
sets it off there.
Fucking hell. Do you know what? They're just never satisfied, are they?
I'm just being a cunt now.
Well, what's new?
16. I only rolled 2 better than my passive. That was a waste of time.
Serves you right.
So with
Instant
a
karma.
16, I'll say, yeah, you do kind of notice something.
Why is your hand doing that?
And Archie kind of like puts it behind his back. Is like, oh no, it's just I just had an itch, so I was just getting it. I think something bit me or something.
Right. Oh, I wouldn't question it anymore. I'll leave that there. Onward!
Archie will just kind of hang his head and just kind of trudge now behind Victor. As I assume we're walking the whole way through all of this.
Yeah, you have no mount. You never asked for a mount. Could have done,
Perfect.
but you certainly didn't.
Oh,
ask for
fucking
it.
hell. We could have got donkeys, horses. We could have an airship.
So, how far were we from the actual farm itself? Or do we reckon we are at this point?
You know you've been travelling for an hour and a half. Well, no, probably a couple of hours now. As I said, it was late morning and you left pretty early on. As you turn around now, all sign of Deepholm is gone. And as you sort of look around questioningly at this point, Grukk turns around and says, "We are probably maybe 1 hour more from the outskirts of Crookback Farm. So as we crest this ridge line, we should be able to look down into a small valley and see the plain beyond, and hopefully the farm."
So, just a thought. If we're getting a little nearer, I'm willing to bet that something that can fly and has presumably quite good predator eyesight is going to spot us before we spot it. So should we be maybe a little nearer the tree line, do we think?
Ooh. Yes. That is a great idea.
Surely in the tree line would be better.
Well, yeah. Blocking the aerial view is I don't know why I didn't think of that.
So we all have our talents.
Well, let's head on into the tree line.
Okay. So, as you're walking along this, which is quite clearly a path, there is at least in all of the grassland here, there is a path that winds its way, not very wide. Victor, make me a history check, please.
Fucking hell. Oh no, I thought it was a 1, but it's a 7. Still not very good.
7 total.
Yep.
Yeah, great. Victor, you see a path. And
Cool.
you remember sort of wandering from the opposite direction almost, actually, heading towards Deepholm. Like, there was a lot of paths and pathways and little passes like this through the mountains. That's about all you remember. You were dealing with a drunkard at the time.
Yes, that's true.
No. Very good. Everybody make me a perception check, please.
Fuck's sake.
16.
I rolled a 5, but that was also adding 4 to a natural 1. So
Okay.
21.
my eyes are closed for some reason.
So 5. And then, sorry, Archibald got what?
21.
21. And Valen, you got what, sorry?
12.
12. Archie,
Why?
I'm going to ask you to make me, because of who Archie is, I'm also going to ask you to make me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, fuck my life. God damn it. You know what? I get inspiration all the time. I'm going to spend my inspiration and re-roll that. I got a 4. I'm going to re-roll that. There we go. Nat 20. There we go. Boom.
Oh,
Nice.
amazing. Yeah, there's a moment where you hear that wolf howl again, closer this time. And there's a moment where you think, is this in my head? Before you then look around and you see Grukk has got a spear in his hand, a silver-tipped spear. And he's just peering. He's stopped. And he's just peering into the distance.
I am going to first look for where is the best high ground near me that I could possibly adopt, whether it be climbing a tree quickly or, getting on some rocks or something. What is the best high ground near me? And then I will kind of jab Victor in the kind of like elbow him in the ribs and be like, look at Grunk. I think there's something following us, like a wolf or something.
And as you jab him in the ribs, and then you look at Victor, you see he's got a really excited look on his face, and he's holding his axe in both hands, and he's like, I know, isn't it going to be great?
Oh, fantastic. I think Velen will follow with everyone else, get his rapier out, and he also, as it has been by his side, most other people will have seen it, he disconnects from his belt the whip that he has.
Oh.
And he holds that in the tight loop for now.
Very good then. Archie, you were looking for high ground. As you sort of look around you, there are a number of trees you can try and climb. You also notice that both to the right and left of this pass of sorts, there are rocks you could climb to try and get to higher ground.
Okay. I think his natural instinct, like he almost goes to run and then stops himself and is like, no, this is why we came here. And he's going to like take a tentative step back and then kind of just try and follow what the group's going to do. If the group's going to like dash off, he doesn't want to be up a tree. Like if we're going to fucking stay, like he wants to be able to adapt to the moment, but he's definitely taken note of those higher grounds, and if he needs to use them, he will do.
Excellent stuff. Okay, so I'm going to need a marching order at this point then.
Vic, Archie,
Yeah.
and those two.
Gruck's probably at the front there, isn't he?
Yeah, at this point, I reckon so.
Considering I didn't spot it and I had to follow somebody else's lead because I rolled shit on my perception. But
I will say that Grukk does sort of creep forward next to Victor in this moment then. And as I scramble in the background to add a token, you can all load up Owlbear Rodeo.
Ooh!
Oh, hang on.
Fresh link.
Yeah, will it be a new link?
No, it's not a fresh link.
Oh. Hang on a minute.
I think that was Steve's way of saying I need a new link. Or the link.
Or
again.
need the old link.
Could well be. Yeah, I've got a new laptop,
That's okay. It is on its way to you.
Thank you very much. I was also going to say, if Velen would be up for it, Ligus would have suggested potentially sort of sticking side by side and more, we'll take it in terms to watch your back, but you look left, I'll look right type. Rear line. No.
Okay, I will allow you to sort of... we've got Victor and Grukk up front on the map that you guys can see. For everybody listening and watching on the stream right now, we're just working on some bits in the background. So there's a number of trees around you, as I say. The pass itself is a good 50 feet wide, maybe. There's a number of trees that are around. There's small little... I don't want to say cliffs, but small little sort of humps and hillocks and crags, if you like, dotted around a number of trees, some broken rocks. And as I say, on either side of this pass is where these mountain sides begin to climb up, with small areas that you can attempt to climb on should you wish. As Grukk and Victor begin to move forward, we'll say Grukk sort of leading on, and he makes a couple of steps forward. There is movement to his left, and out from behind the tree steps a lone wolf. Looks at him curiously, and then a second steps from the right from behind another tree. You begin to sense and hear more rustling, more movement, and eventually, in front of you, a whole pack, not one or two or three, but 9 wolves appear.
Yep.
And I would like everybody to roll me initiative for the first time in campaign 3.
Come on.
And laugh. Oh, wait a minute. Got a thing for this one.
Let's add me weather conditions to this map as well, shall we?
Ooh, I've got a nat 20 on initiative for a 23. Does that 20 count on initiative?
A natural 20 is only a critical hit, so your natural 20 is just 20 plus whatever.
Nah, 23 is still good. I'll take it.
Okay, scores on the door. So 23 for Victor. Ligus?
12.
12. Velen?
16.
16. And Archibald?
11.
11. Very good then. Victor, you have the initiative. What would you like to do in this moment?
Oh, as a bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the one just to my left, so Wolf G will be the one I will mark as my quarry. So that then means till the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 damage, and I've got advantage on perception or survival to find out where it is. So
very good.
I'm going to get right up in its business, run at it, two-handed with my axe, because I already said I had my axe in my hand. And I'm going to swing two-handed like it's a baseball and try and cleave this wolf's head off. I did assess the situation when it was just one wolf. I was thinking, oh, it's okay. It's just a wolf. It's not a threat. We can get out of this. But then when the pack arrived, he knew it wasn't one of these chance encounters. They're on their own hunt. So it's survival of the fittest, and that I am the fittest. So come on, don't be shit at rolling now. Coming at you with my axe two-handed. Oh, you bastard! That's a 7 to hit.
Will not hit. As you swing, this wolf sort of side steps out of the way and just wheels around you a little bit and yips and snaps towards you.
And as I kind of swing and spin myself 360, I'll kind of just and kind of readjust myself as I realised I went in big guns and I've kind of embarrassed myself potentially.
Light on your feet, Victor. Light on your feet. Come on now.
And I'm now looking at sort of Grukk as if to think, oh shit, does he think I'm rubbish now?
Anything else on your turn?
I've used my bonus action. I was going to use my thing, but I didn't hit it, so I can't do that. So now that's me done, bruv.
Very good then. As you dash forward and miss, Grukk does turn around and so goes, Victor, wait, shit! And then as you miss, he hefts this spear that he's got and he's just going to throw it towards the wolf. So that will be a natural 1.
Fuck
It's not a natural 1. It's a 7. This is a really dodgy dice for that.
Yeah,
Have you got the same dice, guys?
Apparently so, from the same vendor maybe. So that will be a grand total of 12 to hit, which is the magic number. So that will be 5 points of piercing damage. You know, apparently I can't count either. No, I've done that right. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Right, my encounter's just having a moment. I'm gonna need it. Yeah, I'm gonna need initiative scores again. Sorry, folks, because it's just crashed on me.
That's no worries.
23 for me.
11.
So
Me?
23 for Victor. Ah, and there's the map.
Go on, Dave.
Ligus, sorry, what did you get?
Fucking pulled that out my ass.
Say again, sorry, Steve.
Ligers.
Can't hear you, mate. You muted.
I'm mute. Hey, it wasn't me.
A 12, apparently, from Dave's arse.
12. Velen got a 16, was it? Or an 11?
16. 16 for
16.
Velen, 11 for me.
11 for Archibald. And then I can't remember what they rolled, so we'll do it again. Fantastic. Right, not sure why that totally cocked up. We'll try again, shall we? So, yes, that was 5 points of piercing damage from the spear. Yeah, and he will leave it at that. And then we'll move on, just so I'm not taking up too much time. Velen, you're currently some distance away.
I am. Goodness me.
You are down here.
I am down
I'll allow
there.
you to have moved yourself, because I know you were sorting the map, so you can move yourself closer should you wish. Same for Ligus.
As in sort of pre-battle-esque?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to position. If you position yourself now where you would have been before combat.
Where was
as
everyone
the
else? Is
wolves
that kind of
emerged.
like this line here sort of thing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
that'll
Yeah,
do.
but like between them two trees, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I won't want to go much further. Okay, so... right. Well, let's find out how close I am to there, because... I believe, and I may need a quick rules check on here, I believe the whip has a further range instead of the 5 feet range.
Let's go and have
so
a
I might
look,
have to
shall we? Your
quickly
whip
look.
has a range of 10 feet.
So if I get it to there, I am 10 feet away from it. I'm not directly next to it. And I will use my whip. So I drop it onto the floor and then whip crack, and this is slashing damage. So essentially I'm trying to hit it, and it's got those like metal bits on the end. It would like tear skin. So I shall roll to hit
Good.
with a 14 plus 19 to hit.
19 will absolutely hit.
So there's this whip crack comes out. Hang on a minute. Sneak attack because Victor's next to it.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you, Victor. So that is +3, 6. That is 10 points of slashing damage. There is this incredible crack as this thing hits right across the side.
And sorry, that was how much damage?
10 points.
10 points of damage. As the whip cracks in then, and it sort of, I'll say you go the opposite side to which Victor's standing on, it bites in and just rips this wolf all up the flank to the point where, and you tell me, Velen, does this have a bladed end on the whip?
I think it moves quick enough that it's not like a knife edge, but it's kind of like a blunt knife edge. So with the speed, that's what makes it deadly. If you grabbed hold of it just normally, it wouldn't cut you.
Absolutely. So as you do whip into that wolf, you literally open it up from arsehole to earhole, and it sort of rolls on its side. It yelps and whimpers briefly before it goes dead still. You witness sort of Grukk just hold his hand to his heart for the briefest second as he whispers something, and then we continue. Anything else on your turn, Velen?
I think I just punch Victor on the back of the shoulder and just go, "Now that's how you do it."
Yes, Velen.
Very good. Lygus. You are muted again, Steve.
Oh, fuck's sake. Right. So Lygus would sort of somewhere within the recesses of his clothing has found himself a scimitar and a hand axe, both of which are pretty kind of like wicked looking in terms of they're clearly very well cared for. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. As I pass, Archie, my mark, and I am then going to throw the hand axe at Wolf F.
Excellent stuff.
Is it short range, so normal to hit, and that is a 21 to hit.
Absolutely going to hit.
And 6 slashing damage.
6 slashing damage. Your hand axe just embeds itself into sort of the wolf on its front, just by its just by its left shoulder, if you like.
Yeah. He's then going to kind of crouch almost as if in a brace, and he'll kind of like reach in and pull out another hand axe that he starts to ready with a kind of scimitar out, and is just bracing to strike.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Archibald.
Come on, Archie.
So as Lygus runs past and says, "On my mark," Archie kind of nuzzles up to the tree, basically, and I imagine kind of walks in and kind of nuzzles up to the tree, and is kind of peering around, watching all this chaos kind of begin. His left hand begins shaking, and suddenly he begins struggling to breathe as he kind of turns the corner, puts his back to the tree, and holds his bow tight to his chest. His mind drifts away elsewhere as he falls to a moment in his past. Footsteps running up a wooden staircase. A voice that he recognizes, but it hurts him to hear. And he comes back to the moment, kind of shaking his head, kind of grabs his hand and steadies it. and begins kind of climbing up the tree. And I'm going to try and get up to as high as I can, Matt, to just get a bit of high ground and be able to see over the battlefield.
Make me an athletics check then, because I don't think you have a climbing speed, do you?
No. 13.
13. I'll say with the 13, you don't manage to get sort of your full range up. You probably get to about 10 or 12 feet up very quickly, just as you're sort of trying to do this. Sort of from one branch to the other.
When I get to a branch that feels like thick enough, I'll kind of stop there, and then kind of just try and assess what's going on. Can I see all 9 of the wolves now? Are they all visible? Because I know some are out of line of sight for some of these guys. Am I able to see all of them?
I'll say from your vantage point, apart from B, which is blocked by another tree, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Do wolves like baked coffee bars?
Who knows?
Cool. I will take a bit of one of the, I believe we call them coffee suppositories, or something of the sorts, was what Danny had named them. I will take one of those.
Do you have any?
Yes, I believe I have 4 currently.
Oh, you shouldn't. Sorry, you've got 4?
Yes. He gave me a bunch and I ate one of them. I think he gave me 5 and I ate one of them last session.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull one of those out and stick it onto the end of one of my arrows. And my objective is to kind of shoot somewhere around here, Matt, not actually at one of the wolves, like kind of here. And try and lure them to the food smell, basically, is kind of the objective here.
Okay, make me a ranged attack then, please.
You're trying to lure them.
I'm trying to make them almost come out of their thing, so gather them in a tight space. So if you guys need to go over and deal with them, they're not going to be circling you guys. They'll be in a pack around some food. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. So you land this arrow near enough perfectly in this spot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a small little dark circle around here. I think you said it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, perfect.
So there we go. That's not quite a circle. I don't know what happened there. Let's try that again, shall we?
Oh, there we go.
Let's... Come on. Still not that one.
We believe
there
in
we
you.
go. Fucking hell. So yeah, you managed to land this there, and as it punches in, the bar doesn't as much crumble, but sort of cracks and squelches a little bit, and smushes out. It's still got the consistency of a disgusting, horrible protein granola bar, but it is embedded into the ground. Is there anything else you would like to do in your turn?
Archie will kind of have looked and be like, wait, idiot. And he'll kind of tap himself on the head and be like, reverse draw. And I'll kind of prepare myself for the elven reverse draw that my brother taught me for my next shot next round. But I'll stay in the tree.
Stuff. Cool. You stay in the tree. At this point, Wolf A at the back begins to prowl slightly. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to there. It briefly turns and sniffs at the speed bar, and then literally its head comes away quite quickly. It is then going to essentially dash. Can't see. Oh no, it's got 40 feet of movement speed, so that was 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 to there. Wolf A is going to just come running up, dashing up towards you all, and it will stop there. That will be its go. B is going to very much do the same, following 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there, and does that with its movement speed. Is then going to make a bite attack immediately at Victor, and does so with an advantage because of we'll say pack tactics. I will put it in the right place for pack tactics. Still leaves it within range. So that will be a 21 to hit.
Ooh. Yep.
You are going to take 4 points of piercing damage as this wolf launches itself at you, bites into you, and immediately knocks you prone.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, don't want to do that either. There we go. Very good. So that's B. C, where are we? It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 to there. Can't do anything else in its turn. D. D, no, let's make this easy on myself, shall we?
These nuts.
Aha, perfect. D's going to come sprinting across and try and bite at Grukk. At advantage as well. Ooh,
This is going
that
well.
is an unnatural 20 to bite into Grukk. It shall now need paper for. Which will hit. So he is going to take 4 points of damage. And is now prone. I'll mark that. Oh, hey up. Don't
That
lean
was
on the
fun.
keys. Yeah, I'm not too sure what was going on there. It was just flashing through everything. Grukk gets knocked prone. Okay, E is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and gets to Lygus within range as well. But that is just a straight attack to bite you, and that is a 6 to try and bite you, which misses. F, who is currently not a happy bunny, I should have said, is limping slightly. But F still makes its way 5, 10, 15 to there, and is going to try and bite you with advantage this time. So that will be a 17 or a 16, so that'll be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
You are going to take 6 points of piercing damage, and you are also knocked prone.
Splendid. No, you
He's
hear
dead.
some serious fucking cursing directed at Archie as Lygus goes down along the lines of fucking biscuit.
And what I'll say, what you notice is all the wolves are avoiding this speedball. Like, it smells horrible. It doesn't smell like anything they would usually eat. But it was worth a shot. We're going to say H gets to there, and then I is going to go. Again, I'll make this easy on myself. I'll get there. Movement speed.
This is going well.
Yeah, I'll put I there. In fact, no. 45. Okay, I's going to come running to there. And I'm going to get it to make a check. Yes. With a perception check of 22. It sniffs, and Archie, you look down and see this wolf just staring at you, these amber eyes piercing up into the tree. Oh my god. We are back round the top to Victor. You are currently prone, my friend.
Well, I'm obviously going to have to spend half my movement speed to get up because I'm not fighting a wolf from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I will then use my bonus action to mark B, switch Hunter's Mark from the one that just died to B, as that's the one that just knocked me over.
Yep.
You can play that game. And I will hit it with my axe, hopefully. Come on, 19 to hit.
19 will absolutely hit.
1d10, because I'm doing it two-handed. Fucking hell, I rolled a 1 on the damage. So that's 3 damage.
3 points of damage.
With Hunter's Mark, I get the d6 as well, which was a 6.
Yep.
So,
Nice.
so that's another
Additional
6
6.
damage. And then because I use my battle axe, I can use my topple feature So you need to make a DC 12 saving throw, otherwise you are knocked prone.
What saving throw? Strength, Dex,
Con, sorry.
Con. That is an 8 on the con saving throw.
Come on! You was prone, motherfucker.
Very good. I'm going to call that prone.
And then as
gonna
my
shrink that so I can
movement,
see Hunter's.
I will move inwards, so I'm kind of between A and Grukk, almost protecting him as he's on the ground as best I can.
Amazing stuff. So you step in, sort of over Grukk briefly. Excellent stuff. It is Grukk's turn then, if that's the end of your go.
Yes.
He will stand. Doesn't have his spear currently, because that is over here somewhere in the body of G. So instead, is just going to try and punch D. Now, he can make 2 attacks, so this is going to be just a strength-based
Jab and a
attack.
right hook.
Yeah. Going to make 2 punch attacks on D. So the first one, it's a natural one. Just whoa, as he stands up, misses with the jab, and then the cross comes in. That will be a 10 to hit, so also misses. And he's just sort of there. I am no good without a spear. That is Grukk's go. Yeah, that is Grukk's go. He's just going to be there, sort of fists up. But he is going to make, or he's going to call out at D. He's just going to point. You're mine, you little fucker. And he's going to use Quarry's Mark, which is essentially the same as Hunter's Mark, so I'm going to use the same token.
Nice.
Very good. That is Grukk's go. Velen.
Is it going to be a free action to grab hold of Grukk's spear and lob it back to him?
It will be a free action to grab it. To throw it back to him will cost.
I mean, don't chuck a spear at us, Dave, please.
I'm not going to chuck a spear. I'm more going to throw it with pointy end the wrong way. You know.
So here's what I'll allow you to do on this then. If you're just grabbing it and almost like whipping it across the ground to roll it towards Grukk, then I'll say that uses your bonus action.
Love it. I'm happy with that. So I'll go, Grukk, old boy, here we go, and just throw it back over, and it slides next to his feet. So he's got that back, hopefully.
Thank you.
And then I feel like Velen doesn't mind stealing a kill, so I think he's going to try and crack the whip at B, the bloodied one.
Yep, that will be an
prone,
advantage because it is prone, because you have reach on this melee weapon.
I have reach, and it's not a ranged
Not
weapon.
a ranged attack.
So let's go with 5. Ooh, that's not gonna hit. That's a 10 to hit.
You get advantage on it.
I do get advantage because he's prone, and you all said it,
Yep.
and I ignored it. 7 plus 5, is that 12? 12.
That is 12, which is the magic number you need.
Oh, Jesus. So I think maybe it's like the first one is, is kind of like that crowd pleaser, which is like, cracks next to them, and he's like, get back, and then actually hits it. So that is then sneak attack rules apply again.
Absolutely.
Holy crap. Yes, to all of that. 11 points of damage.
You go.
The whip lashes straight across the throat of this prone wolf and just lashes it open. Blood begins to spill out. A, the alpha, just quite literally yelps a little bit.
So that was my bonus
despair.
action, then action, and I would then go 5, 10, 15, and then very thematically again use that like whip crack just to try and towards them all, like get back, and just really trying to scare them. But yeah, that's all flavour.
Amazing stuff. Ligus.
So, still absolutely cursing Archie, but having seen Velen just absolutely obliterate 2 wolves with his whip, and his competitive spirit now kicking in, he's going to kind of roll himself to his feet. As he does, he's going to lash out with the scimitar at F.
Mm-hmm.
That is a magic number. Oh no, 14 to hit actually.
14's absolutely going to hit.
1d6 plus. That's 7 slashing damage.
7 points of slashing damage. You stab into this wolf, and it just and falls down dead almost instantly.
And using the Nick mastery on that, the kind of as that falls, he just swings to his side and tries to hammer the axe into the other wolf, which is a 23 to hit. No, 25 to hit, in fact. That's a solid one. 10 damage.
Without the modifier.
No, because of 2-weapon fighting.
Ah, yes, of course it is. Of course it is. So 10
does 2-weapon
points of
fighting do
damage.
that as well? Damn.
Yeah,
So
if
2-weapon
I've got-
fighting has changed now.
Okay.
2-weapon fighting is now a feat. The light property has now become what 2-weapon fighting was. I only know this because Steve and I were discussing this exact sort of concept earlier.
Okay.
So yeah, light now allows you, if you attack with a light weapon, you can then make a bonus attack with another light weapon, but it doesn't get your modifier on the damage, essentially.
So that's a
But
cancel
you-
bonus
light-
action, that second attack, does it?
Yeah.
So, but what
Okay.
2-weapon fighting does is get you the modifier back on that. The feat
Yeah.
gets you the modifier back on that second
And
attack.
it must be a
Right.
different, and it has to be a different weapon.
Yes.
That also has the light property. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Nick allows you to do is essentially make that on the same turn, so you don't have to use a bonus action.
Part of the action. Yeah.
Amaze balls. Okay.
So you can, when you get to certain levels, you can sort of make 3 attacks. So there we go. Excellent stuff. You rinse this wolf quite considerably with that single axe blow. It is limping and sort of whimpering, but it is still somehow standing.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action for second wind.
You used your bonus action, didn't you? No, you
because
didn't.
that's
Ignore
the
me.
whole
Ignore me.
shenanigans.
Ignore me. I heard bonus action earlier, and it was Dave that said it. So
Okay, that's not particularly spectacular, so I recover 3 hit points.
Nice.
What are you on now, Ligus? So I missed you taking damage before.
I'm on 16 out of 19.
Okay.
very good. Anything else on your turn, Ligus?
Yeah, I'm going to use my remaining movement to sidle around to just sidestep to there.
Very good. Archbold, up in the tree with the wolf now staring at you. What do you want to do?
Archie's just going to be looking down going, oh my god, oh my god. As it's like kind of leaping and like scratching on the tree, he's going to just be like kind of trying to like, you know, with his feet push himself as high up as he possibly can against the trunk. However, he is going to like elven reverse draw his bow and just be like, oh, please God, even though you're not real, please kill this wolf. And he's going to just shoot and try and hit the wolf below him.
Okay. Make me an attack roll, please.
I'm going to use a lucky point as I'm using my elven reverse draw to give me advantage on this one.
Okay.
Okay. So that is that's 23 to hit.
23 will absolutely hit.
Beautiful. So that's 10 points of damage.
Oof. That arrow beds itself sort of, again, you don't hit the eye as such, but it sort of glances, passes through the ear into the back of the wolf as it jumps up and deals significant damage.
I think, you know, in Archie's head, he's like, even when, like, at that last second he closed his eyes, you know, from fear, the reverse draw kind of never fails him, you know. I guess in that moment he just feels a sense of guilt, I think would be the best way to describe it. And then finally, I will slow it as well using my weapon mastery with my longbow. So if I hit a creature with the longbow and deal damage, you reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of the next turn, and that's that. So it's got a reduction of 10 feet of speed.
Fantastic.
Good to see you joining us, Archie. Glad to see you're joining the fight.
Did I hit it? I didn't look. Did I hit it?
What do you mean you didn't look? Aim, then fire.
Oh, but it's biting. His teeth are so big.
A is going to take a sort of slight jaunty step and jump to the side. I've rolled the same both time with advantage on the bite there, which is a 13 to hit Victor. No, does not hit. So that bite sort of just snaps and you take a step back. C then is going to make attack against Grukk, which is probably not going to hit either. No, that doesn't hit Grukk. And then D is going to do the same to try and bite Grukk. That will then be 17 or a 16. So either of those will hit. So D is going to bite into Grukk. And that will be maximum damage, so that will be 10 points of damage to Grukk. And he is knocked prone again. As this wolf just launches itself into him. Sort of lands and stands over him briefly as well. E is going to attempt to bite Lygus. Oh, that's a lucky shot there. It's an 18 on the dice for a 22. So that will be 4 points of piercing damage, and you will be knocked prone. It is then going to attempt to limp away 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Can I make an opportunity attack there?
Can make an opportunity attack, but it will be at disadvantage.
That was 4 points of damage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 4 points of piercing damage, yes.
Okay, right. Well, absolutely will be making that opportunity attack. So that's 2 19s on the dice. So I'm guessing that's going to hit.
Yes. As it goes to turn, then describe to me how you murder this wolf.
So as it goes to turn, I'd have swept kind of like round to the right with that. So actually, I would have been then in a position where, as it turns, literally just like slice out its back legs with a scimitar in this kind of like backhand cross cut.
And as you do, it sort of scrabbles around briefly. It's whimpering, it's crying out, it's yipping. It howls ever so faintly and then dies.
I'd also like to shout out to Velen, "To each now, boy."
Very good.
He just puts 2 fingers up on his cheek just towards you. Just, you know.
H is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to where its fallen comrade has just been slain. And it's going to make a bite at advantage because you are prone. That will be an 18, to hit.
Good.
That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and you're still prone.
He's looking a bit rough now, isn't he, Lygus?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not looking that sharp. I'm on 7 hit points.
Uh-oh.
As this wolf just sort of runs forward, seeing that its friend, its family member, its brother or its sister has fallen, just bites in to Lygus's leg and begins to worry at it and sort of pull and tear at it. Lygus not looking good in this moment then. And then I, which is slowed... I mean, it's injured as well. I'm going to have it make an athletics check, which is basically a strength check at disadvantage because it's slow, to try and jump up towards you, Archie. going to say as it jumps, because it's on a single hit point, it jumps and hits a branch, and it hits in such a way that it pushes the arrow in even further, and it severs the spinal cord where it was and just drops down dead.
That's a fucking low roll it made then.
Yeah. Natural one.
No way!
To be fair, I'm 43, and that's what happens if I try to climb a tree.
That deserves one of them.
Yeah, that was a natural one. I had to punish that one quite considerably. We'll back up the top to Victor then.
So, although I'm next to Grukk, and Grukk has been taken prone, I can't even speak, and I'm surrounded by 3 wolves, I'm constantly scanning the battlefield, and I've noticed that Lygus is actually probably in more trouble than we are by my calculations. Mm-hmm. So, what I will do is I will move my Hunter's Mark to H, to the one above Lygus, as my bonus action.
Yes.
I will draw my crossbow, and I will fire it at H.
You will do so at disadvantage because you are engaged with a creature in melee range. This wolf is essentially sort of snapping at you in this moment, which makes your aim a little bit difficult.
Die.
I will... Oh, balls, I've already used my bonus action. Never mind then. Disadvantage it is. Cock. I miss with my crossbow bolt. Well, the best I got was a 7. No, an 8.
Yeah, you definitely miss.
The
The other thing I should say is make sure you are tracking your ammunition.
Yep,
because
I was just about to remove the wasted one.
So you can regain half of what you use at the end of any battle as well.
And I will just... Failing that, I'd be like, I can't get to him! Help Plagus! Looking at Velen and Archie.
Do I have to do everything here?
Yes.
Anything else in your turn, Victor?
No, because I've done a wet fart of a go. So that's me done.
Very good. Grukk uses his spear then and stands up. Now the tables have very much turned. And he is going to spin that silver spear towards D and is going to make an attack with that. That is an unnatural 20 to hit.
Come on.
Which will then be... what is that? 6 plus 2... So 8 points of damage to D because it is marked. And then he is going to... It is injured at this point. He's going to spin that spear and try and stab it again. Which is a 19 to hit. So that's absolutely going to hit. Unless he whiffs this. He doesn't. Rolled 5 on that. So yeah. Let's take his hunter's mark off there. That one is... okay, fine. Just delete the whole thing anyway. So yeah, D is then gone as he stabs once and then spins it around and brings it down on the top of the wolf. You hear him again, and Victor, you stood next to him at this point, so as he stabs in, he just sort of says, Lord of Peace, forgive me, and pulls it out again, and then turns to face the other two. Go if you must. And... yeah, I'm going to say that is his go. Velen.
If I may, on this one, I would like to run up to, again, not too close to this wolf. I would like to essentially grapple with the whip. So essentially I'm...
Okay.
Instead of attacking and damaging, I'm trying to whip round the front of this wolf, round the neck, and drag him off Lygus.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yeah, you're basically sacrificing your damage to grapple, so make me an attack roll.
Cool. Yeah. Let's do it. 7 plus 5, 12 again. God, rolling these fucking 7s.
12 is the magic number.
I mean, I'm still happy for it to make the standard grapple check of... What does it need to do? A strength?
Yeah, strength.
God, what
So
is
it
it?
hits and wraps around it. So
Strength
it's a
or
strength
dexterity
versus
saving
your-
throw. It chooses.
So you make an athletics check, and I have to make either an acrobatics or athletics check. Now it doesn't matter because it's the same. Thank you very much.
thank you.
I rolled a
Sorry,
21.
athletics.
Athletics for you, yes.
14.
Or let me see. This is
Okay.
a melee weapon, but it's a whip.
Martial,
Is it
finesse, reach, and
dexterity
slow
based?
is what I get. And it is...
It's dexterity based for you, so I'm going to allow you to make me a.
Acrobatics?
I'm going to allow it.
What did I roll? 11. So 16.
16, still not enough.
Oh,
It
fuck.
wraps around, but then the wolf just sort of pulls its neck and it releases. So not quite enough. But
Just remind me of what we were talking about before with that 2-weapon fighting. Does that mean I get another attack? that I have
you
to
only if you
fight
have another. So,
I said I got the rapier
You
and the
don't
whip
ha-
out.
but you don't have a light.
They're not light, they're
weapon.
martial. Okay,
No.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Is the rapier not light?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Finesse.
Finesse
Martial
weapon.
and Vex.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, it was a damn good go.
I
think-
will, however, allow you.
Light
Because you
weapons
have
include
hit-
both simple and martial options according to the internet.
It still has to have the light property. So rapiers are considered finesse weapons. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So a martial is the type of weapon, and then it's got light attached to it. But yes, Dave, sorry, because you have hit with the whip, despite the fact that you have sacrificed the damage, I will allow you, should you wish, to use your weapon mastery.
Where's my weapon mastery? That's the slow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Where's my slow on here?
Right.
Bear with. Just trying to
Just
find slow.
essentially reduces its speed by 10 feet
Lovely. Yeah. Let's do that. So
until the start of your next turn.
maybe it's still caught. Yeah. Okay. So it's caught in his leg. There we go. Yeah. It's caught in his leg. It slowed him down. I will move in a weird fit of bravery, going, Linus, and will move 20, so he can move 25, 30 to there, and he's basically trying to, and he's like, giving the wolf another target. I'm guessing, I definitely wouldn't be able to help Ligus up with my action economy at this point.
No.
So
not at all.
I'm just there as another attack, and the bravado maybe slipped a little bit.
Excellent stuff. I will say then, you've also managed to sort of release the bite on Ligus. It is Ligus's go.
Cool. So Velen would probably notice that Ligus is grinning like a maniac. Like, you might expect him to be looking more traumatized. He looks for all the world like he's having quite a lot of fun. Grins up at you. He's going to roll. Ooh. Roll his blood out.
As he sees that, like, manic grin, I suppose the bravado kicks back in again, and he sort of reflects your excited grin.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
I think that's where you were trying to roll to, Ligus.
I was, and then stand. So I was trying to roll to my feet there. Are we using flanking this campaign?
We are using flanking rules still, yes. So +2 as per
Splendid.
last time.
In that case, you get it. Much obliged. And he then swings out with the scimitar for a 16 to hit
Absolutely going to hit.
for 8 damage.
8 points.
There's a wild slice across, and then he, aiming for the middle of the spine, is going to try and land a hit with the axe,
Yep.
which is a flanking 14 to hit
Absolutely
that.
going to hit.
for another 6.
Another 6, and as you stab in once again.
Whatever I put my hunter's mark on, somebody else kills. So it must be good luck for other people.
There we go. I'm going to leave you hunter's mark just there for you, Danny, to throw around where you wish.
Thought you were on the
Felon's
ropes.
next kill.
Thought you were on the ropes there again, boy.
All good. Still work to do. Let's go. And I am going to use another second wind because apparently I'm having a very bad day. Oh, that's a bit better. That's 8 hit points on that.
That's
Nice.
a lot better.
And I believe I have 10 feet of movement left because I used 5.5 to stand up. And we'll just start heading towards the others.
Very good. So you get to there. We are then back to Archibald.
I think as like all of this turn is happening in the same 6 seconds, before Lygus kind of like gets up and manages to get to the wolf, Archie just sees Lygus, on the ground, getting kind of shredded on by this dog, blood kind of all around him. I think Archie just starts feeling that kind of cold seep in from like his fingers first and his toes as it slowly like bleeds through his body, and he feels that moistness, that like cold sweat begin kind of hitting his brow and like seeping underneath his clothing, as he just hears the words said to him by that old lady so long ago. He just hears, all of your loved ones, all of them, gone. And he's just gonna black out and fall out the tree as the vignette of color closes in, and he blacks out and falls out of the tree.
Very good.
How much fall damage?
It's an 80-foot tree.
I mean, he was 10 foot up, so
D6.
And we are at the side
1
of a
point
mountain.
of damage.
Nice.
1 point of
And
damage.
he'll
as you
just kind of he'll kind of land in a slump, and in his subconscious just be hearing that, all of your loved ones, all of your loved ones, just kind of echoing around and around in his mind. That pool of Lygus's blood is kind of what he's ruminating on in his unconscious state.
Okay. I mean, you've made yourself unconscious, so we will put you as unconscious.
Feed him to the wolf.
A is going to make a bite attack at Grukk. And it will be at advantage. That's an 18 on the dice. That's absolutely going to hit. Grukk is going to take 8 points of damage. I've lost my pen. There it is. I'll do maths. There we go. And is not prone again. And C is also going to make a bite attack towards Grukk at advantage. And they're going to miss. As Grukk falls, C goes into bite and just goes into bite and just misses. And then we are up the top to Victor.
Right, I'm going to fucking hit something and I'm going to kill it, hopefully. Right. I will contribute. So, yeah, I'm going to kill Grukk. Now I'm going to bonus action move my hunter's mark to A, and I will swing at it two-handed with my axe, almost trying to uppercut it with my axe.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
With a 19 to hit, hurrah!
19's absolutely going to hit.
With 8 points of slashing damage with the extra d6 of 5.
Jesus.
For a grand total of 13 points of damage. As you uppercut swing this axe with two hands, the blade bites in to the underside of the chest and just cleaves through. Brain, bone, an eyeball and just bits of gore fly out everywhere, covering Grukk, you, and C as well. We're going to move Hunter's Mark. I'm going to delete that one. Anything else on your turn?
I will just... He enjoys being covered in the blood a bit too much to the weary onlooker. And he'll just look at the corpse and go, "Your heart is mine," as he's licking his lips.
See, if you killed too many, you'd be full. So at least you've only killed one.
I'd need a Rennie. Yeah, I'd have to cast... Have a Scott.
Victor is going to be so fat by the end of this campaign.
We're feeding him hearts.
He's a barbarian.
It is then Grukk's go if there's nothing else on your turn, Victor.
I will
Grukk
move,
will stand
actually.
up. Go on.
Oh no, I don't need to move to get in his... to help him because he's about to stand up. I will move towards the previous... Well, actually being on the floor, I'll just start moving towards him.
Okay. You see Archie form begin to head that way. As Grukk turns... The fuck are you... Oh. You fell out of the tree. Fun. And then Grukk is going to make an attack against C. 2 attacks, in fact. First one's definitely going to hit. Second one misses. So that will be... How much? 7 points of damage to C. Which is enough to injure it. And Grukk will then sort of look down at this wolf. Now, my friend, you picked the wrong group. I don't know why you are out in the day, but this is not the time. Almost like he's trying to negotiate with this wolf who just stares at him and growls. That is the end of Grukk's turn. Velen.
Velen not noticing this kind of all happening at the same time, so Victor kills his wolf. Velen turns around as Lygus is running after the other one, so he's going to run back towards the tree and do that kind of thing. He kind of slides up, put his hand up on the sort of the trunk, looks up and goes, "Archie, are you joining? Archie? Fuck!" And then looks around, looks around the tree. It's like, oh. Bloody hell. Oh, okay. And then we'll just go... I'd probably turn around to see Grukk nearly demolish this last wolf. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Oh, what's he going to do? Is he going to go to Archie or the wolf?
Go for glory.
I will say you see Victor running the other... As you sort of run across, you see Victor running towards the tree as well.
Yeah, so I think probably we'll just then go back up towards Grukk then. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess just take a whip attack. So...
Lygus. He's going to beat you to it, Lygus. God damn it.
I might miss. I might fucking miss. I don't. At 15.
No, absolutely don't miss. Roll that damage, please.
9 points of slashing. 9 points of slashing. Because yes, I do get sneak attack on that one.
Get sneak attack. Yeah, you do indeed. Velen, how do you finish this fight?
I'll tell you what, I'll do it the same as what I was trying to do before. So I'll probably actually use the whip to... it goes all the way around the torso and almost like takes out the front legs. And it like hits to the floor. I would then let Grukk or Lygus take the finishing blow.
Alright. Given the fact that Lygus's turn is next...
Yeah.
Lygus, you have a free turn to kill this creature, essentially. What do you want to do?
It's grappled to the floor.
Yeah.
So I would move into here. Kind of putting a hand on Velen's shoulder as I pass, going, We'll call this one a draw.
Oh, will we?
So that's 20-something to hit with the scimitar for 10 damage. So you would walk in and just absolutely cleanly decapitate this thing.
Absolutely,
As he
you
did
do
so,
just...
would look at Grukk and very pointedly go, "Forgive me, Lord of Beasts," and then turn back to Velen and say,
You get a weird look from Velen. No, almost like a betrayal.
Nice.
"Oh no!" I look back at Velen, and then out of the eye that Grukk can't easily see, just wink.
Amazing stuff then. I will say as Grukk pulls his spear out of one and looks around the battlefield. We're going to take a very short break. Very good. Back here in a few minutes.
See you in a minute.
And welcome back. So, let's before we dive back into the action, let's once again give a huge shout out to Liam for the amazing artwork. You saw it on the tokens during the battle there, but yeah, a massive shout out to @Nix's Night In across Instagram and TikTok. Go give them check out their artwork. Is amazing, especially some of their creepy monsters for the inn itself. So yeah, go check them out. Cool. We are in the aftermath of this wolf attack then. As Grukk stands and sort of looks down at the wolves, he just shakes his head and sighs. A mess.
I think looking over at Archie, Velen, says, "Yeah, a little bit." Victor, I assume you've got to him and are trying to revive him?
Yes. I will be slapping Archie going, "Wake up, you fool. We did it. We won."
As you kind of slap him, he kind of, "Oh, okay, huh? Oh, well, what happened? I thought I was in the tree."
"You fell out of the tree, you idiot."
"Oh, yeah, I fell. You're so right. I tripped on a branch. Silly me and my bad balance."
Gives you a sort of suspicious look, and sort of just drags him up to his feet and starts walking back towards the wolves, because then Victor wants to claim his heart.
Who's Archie's?
No, the wolf that I killed, which I think
It had
might
to
have
be,
also been the
had to be
alpha,
checked.
because I was desperate to kill something, because if I didn't, I wouldn't get to eat its heart, right? Because I don't deserve it. So, but I killed the alpha, which to me makes me victorious. So I want to go over to the say my own little thing under my breath that people won't really hear, or Grukk might grab it if it's in Orcish, and then I will eat its heart. We'll go
Make
to
an
its
investigation check, please.
Ooh,
You took out Imal.
15.
With a 15, as you roll this particular wolf over, you notice relatively fresh claw marks down its side that have festered. The skin around it is this dark greenish black.
I don't think I should eat this one, actually. It looks almost gangrenous.
Are these quite big scratches down it?
Yes, I'm thinking it's already been attacked, but it doesn't look like wolf.
Does it
Marks.
look wyvern?
I mean, they're big. It matches the description of the wyvern attacks that the contract master gave us.
Well,
It does look a little bit suspicious in this moment.
I guess we're quite close, yes?
I would like everybody to make me nature checks as well, please.
Nature.
17.
8 for Archie, 17 for Victor.
12.
Also
Oh,
12.
Victor, as you sort of think about this for a moment, and you probably look at Grukk, who's also looking around a little bit confused. This wasn't an ambush. It was a meeting of two parties. This was a full pack on the move, which is rare during the day.
Oh, do you think they were running from something? Which is why they were out altogether now.
It wasn't really particularly an ambush, was it? I guess... Well... Perhaps they have been...
Feels like we just happened upon each other, rather than... I assumed they were hunting us for a start, but actually the circumstances are stranger the more I think about it.
Can I go up and have a look? Is that quite a fresh cut from this other scratch?
You may make me a medicine check, please.
Actually, not bad. 15.
Even though it's festered, this is something that is maybe a week or two old. I will also say that you notice with a medicine check specifically those that have been eviscerated, because there were a couple of wolves here that have been eviscerated. There's one in particular where the contents of its stomach have been spilled, and what you find in its stomach is a chewed, mangled, and partially digested humanoid hand.
I think... Would wolves have attacked humans? Or would this have been a scavenge kill? Kind of poking with a rapier and just moving the hand out.
Do you think they went to eat a wyvern's kill and the wyvern took umbrage with their...
Oh, no, I didn't think about that.
Maybe.
It is rare for such a pack to be on the move and attack in such force. At least during these hours.
I would say they were running. I kind of feel slightly bad now.
For them to have a humanoid hand, that seems less of a planned. It's not something I'm used to among the wolves
fairly recent.
of Iron Spine.
Well, these
I do
wounds
not
only
like the
look...
look of this wound, no. It is.
It's only a couple of days old, by the looks of it. Does that mean... Is this farm that we're heading to, is it a couple of days' march, or is it closer?
It is closer. We are merely hours away.
Look, forgive me for being, obtuse about all of this, but a thought has just come to me. We do have a lot of blood around here, a lot of corpses of wolves. Perhaps this might be something that a wyvern might seek out. We could use it as a trap, or we need to get away from it as quickly as possible, but one of the two.
Well, Drishya, here comes your first decision as a new hunting party. What is it you wish to do?
I vote for piling them all up and waiting for it to come and eat it, and then we pounce on the bloody thing.
I'm just thinking from the reports, the wyvern doesn't seem like a carrion type predator.
Hell do you mean?
Carrion
type predator?
It doesn't feed on dead stuff. It likes the thrill of the hunt. It likes to take live prey. Would this actually work as bait?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, no idea. I thought a fresh kill like something like this would be quite interesting to it.
What other creatures are in this mountain that could be attracted to this pile of dead wolves as well, Matt, that we might have to contend with? Would Victor know that?
Make me a survival check, please.
Fucking nat 20. I'll bet he's got an Encyclopedia Britannica of animals in the region.
You look around and the obvious crows, vultures would absolutely be attracted by the corpses. Obviously, insects will eventually swarm over these corpses and begin to eat away at the meat and the fur.
Sorry, question. With mere hours or an hour away from this farm, are there any birds? If there's a wyvern about?
Make me a perception check, please, Velen.
12.
You do hear the odd tweet of a songbird.
Okay.
Actually, thinking about it, this will attract other animals, right? But then that might in turn attract the wyvern. But if it has a humanoid hand in its belly, does that mean we need to hurry our descent into the farm to find more about where the wyvern may be nesting? Is that better intel than potentially scouting here for the next however many days until it potentially might arrive?
Well, look, if we can do, I mean, look, all I'm going to say is it's kind of annoying if we go to the farm and then we see a bloody great wyvern flying off to go and eat that lot. But I'll walk that way if you want.
But I think it should be a group decision. I think you raise valid points.
Velen looks to the rest. Well?
I'd say Ligus kind of looks up here. He's been kind of like cleaning himself down quite successfully, actually.
He's got loads of wet wipes in his inventory.
Well, I mean, I suppose my first thought would be, is this a better or worse place for an ambush than the farm? There would presumably be structures there, and they may give us a little more cover. There may also be other items that we could use to fashion some sort of snare or something to help ground it. Here seems a little exposed.
I would have thought with surrounding rolling fields it was a hell of a lot harder to hide than trees and cliff sides here. Not cliff sides, but
nearer the area of the farmhouse itself. So if we were to perhaps find, there may be livestock, and we use that as bait, and we set up some snares. We've got some shelter in the form of the building. We don't know what else. There may be others.
There may well still be, as you say, livestock that is still kicking, that is more intriguing to a wyvern than a pile of dead wolves. So you bring valid points.
Plus, does the fact that the wyverns already attacked them make them more or less likely to attack them again?
Maybe they can smell the wolves.
Because he might have nicked them to poison them, knowing they'll die soon and then come back to get them. But I don't know if a wyvern is as strategic as that. I've never really met one.
Well, that's good.
Archie.
We're all completely... We have
We'll
no
say,
idea.
Archie, you have the deciding vote.
As you say that, Archie is like off in the background, just collecting the 2 arrows that he shot. He's picked one up and he's kind of stood there with it broken, and kind of just snaps the arrowhead off and discards the wood, and like puts the arrowhead in his pack to hopefully build another arrow for a later day. And I'll collect half of my resources back. I'll kind of turn to the group and be like, I don't think I should get a say, guys. Like, you know, Lygus almost died because of me. I think you guys probably know what's best. Wherever we do this, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Your
guys.
shortcomings and your failures aside, you're part of this team. You get equal say in what we do. I mean, I only killed one, and I'm being quite vocal. I don't deserve it based on my battle prowess just now.
Lygus is going to walk up to Archie and kind of like put a hand on his shoulder and go, Archie, how is your head feeling?
It hurts, but Lygus, I'm so sorry. You wanted my help, and I'm really sorry, man.
You don't think there's a fracture or anything serious from the fall?
He kind of checks the bit of his head. No, I think I'm okay.
Oh, that's an enormous relief. And then I'm going to smack him in the face.
I was waiting for it.
I knew it was coming.
An attack roll, please.
You concussed? No, well, you should be, you bastard.
Oh, hang on. What's my notes? That's 16. Hang on, have I got the right modifier there? I think.
Be strength.
Yeah,
modifier.
16 plus 2, yeah.
Which I believe
hits. I've got 15.
So that will then, unless you've got an unarmed
just
strike.
One.
Yeah, so it'll be 1 point of damage that Archibald then takes as you get full on smacked in the mouth.
Archie will kind of snap and be like, "Oh!" And almost for the first time, all of you will see like a different side of Archie kind of appear forward. He'll take like a lower crouch stance, as if making himself like less of a threat to Lygus. You can see that he kind of like bows his head like a timid dog almost, and is kind of just like backing away, trying to create distance between himself and Lygus.
Archie, don't ever do that again. We live as a team.
Yeah.
We die as a team.
You're here.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you, Lygus. You know you're my friend, and Archie starts, tears kind of welling up in his eyes. I really. And he looks to Grukk, who's kind of probably looking dismissive. He kind of just wipes his face and goes, look, the only thing I'll say is this. If we do it at the farm, we might destroy those people's property or hurt their business or family. We should think about that. And Archie then kind of shies away from the
Maybe you
limelight.
did knock some sense into him.
But equally, if we wait here, they may die whilst we're hoping that the wyvern comes to us.
Can I just check, Grukk? Can Victor try and remember? So really the main mission is get the wyvern, right? But is it get the wyvern to get the wyvern or get the wyvern to protect the people it's terrorizing? Is that...
Make me a history check, please.
15.
15. You know, as part of the contract warden's description, that part of it said a wyvern that is plaguing local villages and farms. You get the impression from that this is not just go and kill a wyvern, this is go and calm a wyvern because it's causing problems.
In order to protect. Yeah. In that case, then, that's, I think that's probably the deciding factor then, Lycus. It's not about us luring a wyvern to kill it. It's about us protecting the livelihood of these farmers. I don't know why I've gone American all of a sudden.
And what higher calling could there be?
How do you decide?
I vote for the farm.
Farm.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
let's
well.
hope there's some maidens over there then, I guess.
North. Points with the silver-tipped spear. I will...
Presumably the
Bill
way
on
that we were
second.
going before.
Absolutely.
Velen just goes, "Huh, where would we be without you?" And just starts walking that direction.
Archie, do you think you could possibly keep your eye on the skies?
Yeah. And you see him kind of just like stay towards the back and maybe find himself next to Grukk, kind of just like trudging, feeling sorry for himself, looking up to the sky, and is kind of just trying to keep eyes out for us.
And then I realise have I been harsh on him? Victor doesn't know. He's trying to make Archie, he sees the potential in Archie that Archie doesn't see, I think. So he'll just be like, believe in yourself, boy. Maybe don't try to climb a tree next time.
Yeah, it was dumb. So I
No, the
sometimes-
strategy was sound. You falling unconscious was the bad idea of that.
Wait. He kind of pulls Victor in quietly. You didn't... No, I tripped. I didn't...
Yeah, but I mean, you fell unconscious when you hit your head on the floor, right?
Oh, yeah, that, yeah.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Nothing. You're right. I just... Sometimes when shit hits the fan, I just get a little, frazzled, I guess. But
Surely the
Can you
whole
make me a
point of you
perception check with disadvantage, please?
Surely the whole point of you having a ranged weapon is you don't have to get close, and you can just cowardly shoot from the back, right?
Cowardly shoot from the back.
As he says cowardly, this cuts Archie so deep. That word just cuts straight through everything. You see his shoulders kind of dip lower. His frame just become even more kind of like hunched. He's like, yeah, I guess I'll just be at the back. Do better providing cover fire or whatever.
Okay.
That's my
Perception
8
checks
score
at
of charisma
disadvantage,
coming through
please.
there. What a pep talk he just delivered, eh? Was the perception check for me or for Archie?
Everybody make a perception check at disadvantage, please.
Oh, good. No, I rolled a 3 twice.
3,
7.
10,
12.
12. Okay, thanks.
That was like,
As you
waste of
all-
fucking time.
It's not. Yeah. As you all head off over the ridge line, this is not part of the perception check, but Grukk hangs back a little bit. You crest the next ridge line as the weather turns and that rain becomes stronger and it's driving almost into your faces quite heavily. But as you look down into the plains, you see what was once Crookback Farm. There are rents of dirt across the actual paddocks and fields in this relatively small farm, and what was a farmhouse has a huge great hole in the roof of it. From where you stand, despite the rain, there are 2 dark shadows in front of one of the fields, where you can also see a number of dark stains in the field itself. What do you do?
2 dark stains in the paddock, in the field, sorry?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I said I walked off first, so I'm going to guess I would probably get there first. So I'll say that I go up and see what these dark stains are.
I'd say the rain is falling really heavily now. The wind has picked up somewhat. It is cold up here. We are only in early spring.
Are we?
Velen.
Is it getting darker? Is
No, we're talking about. Well, it's dark because of the clouds and the rain clouds, but we're only talking like we're approaching midday.
Weird dark storm twilight kind of.
Yeah. But again, it is only midday, so ish. You approach. You saying you're approaching the stains or the 2 dark piles or things? I can't remember the word I used to describe it now.
The dark patches. Yeah, 2 dark patches.
The dark patches.
Yeah.
As you approach the 2 dark patches, it doesn't take you long to realise that these 2 dark patches were once one. And the body of what was quite clearly a teenage girl, severed. Not just severed, absolutely disintegrated into 2 pieces. Torn apart in the most horrific way you can imagine.
He does that kind of like that squat kneel down kind of thing where he just gets close. His coattails would be dragging in the mud, and he just he's down there and he looks and he looks at the 2. They were ripped apart, but left here in otherwise seemingly like apart from the tear, are they like intact? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a tear in it, but otherwise, everything is
the body's been torn into 2, but then left.
And so he probably says to the group as he hears some of them, muddy footsteps coming up behind him, he just goes, "Tell me, what type of creature just plays with their food instead of eating it? They haven't touched them, but for the kill."
I can't say that I'm familiar with such things. Linus would like to look just to check whether whether both the hands are still present.
Okay, great check. As you look across this particular body, apart from the obvious, there's no other wounds or missing body parts. In true Game of Thrones style, the guts are strewn across the middle where these 2 halves of a body are sort of spread out slightly. You do, in fact, now you can make me an investigation check, Ligus.
Okay, well, I just rolled, so I thought I was going to get perception. So,
yeah.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What you do notice are drag marks not far from the head end of this young girl's body. And there is blood. Like, not heavy bleeding, but speckles and drops of blood that drag away to the farmhouse.
Would it be as if something had tried to drag away some of the guts to feed on, or does it look like it's something more substantial?
Looks like something else has been dragged.
Right, okay. Maybe, I suppose, she was not the intended target, happened to be in the way.
So he did it for fun.
So besides the quite obvious ability to be able to simply tear someone in half, I don't understand the creature leaving it. You're saying that they were trying to get to something else?
Are there any livestock visible? Like, live
No.
livestock? Okay.
Are there significant
But
other
I will
bodies
say
about of
with-
like cows and stuff?
No. But I will say with the Dirty 20 investigation check that the field that you are next to quite clearly has a fence around it and a trough. There is a spilled pail next to this maiden, and you can quite clearly see in this field where there are claw marks and rents in the dirt that this was once some form of livestock field.
So I think Lygus would be looking at the course. It seems to be almost kind of not struggling with something, but just sort of distant staring for a moment, and then kind of at the field.
I guess you look like you have constipation or a thought. Which one is it, boy?
Well, fortunately for you lot, it's a thought.
Oh, thank the Lord.
I wonder whether something the size of a wyvern might perhaps need something slightly more substantial than a maiden. And it appears that exactly what I would expect to find in a field with a trough is not there.
Oh, so she was collateral damage because it wanted the cows or the horses or whatever was in this field.
Or perhaps she was merely braver than Archie and tried to defend her flock.
Oh, anything that attacks it that is not worthy gets killed. Anything that is useful gets taken away and eaten.
I don't know. I don't think like a huge flying lizard.
Matt, while all this is going on, Archie is just probably bow strung and is still kind of just watching the skies, and also I'd say also kind of looking to that hole in the top of the farmhouse, see if there's any kind of movement or anything like that. Just, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I think in his mind though is hearing Lygus, you know, say that again, and he's just like, dude, the doubt is greater than it's been in years. I think he at this moment is on the line of being like, when we get back after this, if we get back after this, I'm tapping out. I don't think I can do this.
Okay.
But I'm looking for some shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's raining really heavily. As you look around, now is the moment where you notice that the skies are truly empty. Like, even when it rains, even this heavily, the odd bird or something will be seen flying around. But apart from the rain and the wind, there are no other sounds around here. Apart from your voices. Grukk eventually comes and joins you and sort of looks... Messy. And that's all he says before he then just sort of sits on his pack, takes out a leather hood and just pulls it up, and then just sits, crosses his leg, and leans against a fence post while sat on his pack watching you all. What else would you like to do?
Is there any sign of anybody else being at the farm?
Other than the drag marks that Lygus has already cottoned onto and sort of probably pointed out to you all, and the signs of what was clear livestock, you don't see any movement or any other bodies right now.
So we were supposed to gather intel from these farmers, and there's none of them left.
Well,
We don't know
we are
that.
standing in a field. Should we go and check the actual farm?
I would suggest perhaps two things. We give this young lady a little dignity. Probably very close to her home. Perhaps relatively shallow, but something is better than this. And also find out whether there is anybody else still taking shelter within the building, and whether there's anything in the building which we could use either for our overall goals or for some degree of temporary shelter we may at least have a chance of seeing it before it sees us. Buys us a little time.
If I might, Lygus, I think the chivalry will have to wait. I agree with you, we need to bury this poor girl, but let's wait until we have actually cleared the area and make sure that there are nothing in the house or the barn.
Guys, you're being very loud. And I'm gonna kind of like gesture to the sky and be like, there's nothing about.
So why do we need to be quiet?
I'm gonna like kind of point towards the barn and be like, maybe it's in there. That's why there's nothing around.
Could be, but I would imagine any survivors are probably within the house, so... And actually, Lygus just goes, I tell you what, I'll go and check. And we'll start walking towards... I'm sorry, I'm making an assumption here. The actual farmhouse is quite near, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So start heading over there.
Can't leave him by himself. We must all be together.
Well, I was going to say that Velen actually walks off to the barn.
He would have both weapons out at this point.
Very good. Velen, you head to what is quite clearly a barn. Lygus, you head to the farmhouse. Now, Lygus, as you approach the farmhouse, the door is open. The first thing that hits you as you enter into the farmhouse is the smell. Like there's something festering in here. Indeed, what you notice is chairs knocked over, a broken bottle. The fireplace embers burn really low, and it's a large fireplace. It looks like there was a large fire burning in here at one point, which has just been left to die. And in front of that fireplace, you see a body, what is left of a body at least, slumped over. Clearly male. Make me a medicine check, please.
Oh, I'm rolling really well tonight. It's another dirty 20.
Another dirty 20. You can instantly see the signs of wolves taking a feast here. For anybody that is familiar with how animals eat, or at least things like lions and predators, they start with the arsehole, believe it or not.
Don't we all?
And it is quite clear that the wolves here begin to tear at the intestines and the soft tissues and pull it out. As you then roll the body over, there are two things that you notice instantly with your dirty 20. One is a missing hand, and two is a large, festering puncture wound in the chest of an elderly man whose eyes are still open and still hold the fear of his final breath. Velen, as you go to the barn, the doors are shut.
Is there any way... Any other way into it, or was it just the big barn doors?
I mean, you can try the doors.
Yeah, fuck it. Try the doors.
Very good. So there's just sort of this slide, essentially, that you lift up and then pull the barn doors open. What you see is a well-sheltered barn. There are some hay bales in here which look like they're aging a little bit. There's farm tools in here. There's a rudimentary plough, a scythe, a few other bits and pieces. Other than that, you see nothing else. This is more of a storage area, you get the impression right now. Indeed, there are signs that the animals were once housed in here, but it looks like they've been moved out.
Considering I think we were given a description of the size of the wyvern, that I don't think it could be hiding behind anything in here.
I'll say you look around and no, there's like the doors were shut. There's no clear damage to the barn itself.
You
It's
did say
not
to the
like
roof,
it's
though.
stealth through the doors. No, the roof of the farmhouse.
Roof of the farmhouse. Fine, cool. Okay. Can I don't need to take much stock, but are there farming tools here that could be rudimentary weapons?
If you wanted to
Stuff.
try and turn them into rudimentary weapons, yes, absolutely. As I say, there's a scythe, both a long-handled scythe and a short-handled scythe.
You know those like hay nets that they use to feed horses? Are there like a bunch of them around?
Or make me a D100 roll, please.
$79.
79. You see one net that is sort of hung up. It is quite large. There's a number of holes in it. It's not in the best shape.
I'll grab that one.
Yeah.
I'll grab that. And I'm
Quite
gonna.
heavy as well.
Yeah, it's. I'm almost definitely going to end up dragging it across the floor. And I will walk back, satisfied that this needs further checks in here, but that it's okay to walk back to the rest of the group. We'll walk back, go through the farmhouse, go into the farmhouse, and go. Oh gosh, fucking horrible here. Hey, I found a net, and I'll just lob it onto the floor.
Drag it through.
Yeah.
It's the hole in the roof. Is that over where I've found the body?
No, there is indeed an upstairs to this farmhouse.
Oh, okay. Right, so that's somewhat good news. I think whilst I was waiting for Velen, I would kind of look upstairs. Does the hole appear to be anywhere near where the chimney goes up?
No, it's more in the centre of the roof itself. The chimney's off to one side. What you do notice as you sort of almost step up to this hole and look out is where this hole is surveys the pasture and the entrance to Crookback Farm. It looks like something landed here quite heavily and looked down.
Right. Okay. I think we'll be heading back down the stairs about the time that Velen arrived.
As Velen arrives, then Grukk also enters in. Well, my Drishya, we have a decision to make with the weather. You can continue on. You can stay and investigate. Or you can seek shelter. This question I leave to you, and decision I leave to you as a team. For now, my Drishya, we will see what becomes of Crookback Farm and what else we find in episode 3 of Campaign 3 Arc 1. But we're not quite done just yet. As the four of you headed over the ridge, a tall, hulking orc turned back to the wolves. You have taken stuff which does not belong to you. But in the same breath, it seems you have been taken from. He takes that silver-tipped spear, and in the largest of the wolves, in what is left, carves a symbol on its side. An eye with a spear bisecting the middle. You are marked in the name of Satya Mariga. Go, swift and true, to the beastlands beyond, my brothers. I will see that justice is done for whatever has befallen you. Satya Marika. Places a hand against his chest and then places that hand on the wolf's head. And please forgive me. He goes to the wolf with the claw marks in its side and just takes that spear and rips the hide and collects that piece, folds it up, places it in a leather satchel, which he then places in his backpack. Enough, I think. Let's go see what they have found. And he wanders over that ridge line, down towards Crookback Farm. And that is where we will close tonight. So my friends, the hunt continues. Stay safe. We love you all. And we'll see you next time.